April 13th. So I come in here back in February 8th or something, I forget. So, put up my trail cameras at that time, and I said in 2 months I'm coming in here to get those memory cards, swap them out. And we're also doing a little deer scouting here today. Take a walk down through the bush, check the trails, hopefully find some sheds, but don't have a lot of success on that in the big bush here, so you don't find very many. But cruise some of the trails, and you never know, could get lucky. And of course, I forgot my binoculars, because they help a lot, right? But I don't have them. Typical. Get in such a hurry. I gotta forget something. Anyway, got the 375 with me. Little self-defense against bears, because they're going to be out. I don't know how active they'll be, but there really isn't any green coming up yet for them to feed on. So anyway, you never know. You never know what you come across in this bush, right? That you need a gun for. Okay, let's go for a walk. A couple deer on the trail ahead of me. 3 of them. See if I can zoom down there so you can see them. There's that light patch there of snow. There's 3 of them right there. See how far or how close I can get to these guys before I spook them. They're all still in the same spot. They haven't heard me just yet. I got the wind in my favor too, so. The trail I'm on is just a oil pipeline through the big bush here. So that's what we're looking at here. It's just all big bush. No agriculture in this area here. This is oil and bush. I only see 2 of them right now. I thought there was 3, but I could have been wrong. Because I don't have my binoculars. You like your videos bouncing and image not stabilized? That's what this is. Feels like it's 20 degrees here in the sun. This time of year, the trails are still really clearly defined. The snow's all gone, but like there's a definite trail right across here, coming right out by that poplar. And I got a hankering to cut down through the bush, so this is as good a place as any. I'm going to cross the fence here, and I'm just going to follow the deer trails. They're going to tell me where to go. Yeah, there's a dandy deer trail coming down into this bush here, and I know that this trail is going to turn. It's going to follow the lay of the land, but it's going to basically, it's going to swing that way down through the bush. And it's sure to also connect with some other trails. So there's some wolf shit. I haven't been on this particular trail before. Those are the most fun trails. The ones you haven't been on. Okay, I'm going to shut the camera off here for a bit. And come on something interesting, or turn it back on. So look right here, I just came to the intersection. This is the trail I've been following. It's continuing right past that big poplar there, right? Right here. See how clearly defined that trail is in this grass? Because it's been packed down all winter. Would have been packed with ice, right? So when that snow melts away, it's still just boom, there's that trail, clear as mud. At this point, I haven't seen really too much other than that couple of deer out on the cut line. Yeah, this is a beautiful deer bush. Elk in here, moose, bear, wolves, coyotes, cougar. Everything in this country. Still see my trail very distinctly. A little bit of water right here. It almost looks like maybe there's a spring here. Ice underneath me still be 2 feet thick probably. Okay. Let's keep following the deer trail. When you come to stuff like this in the bush, you know, you can actually help your deer travel if you clear logs and stuff like that out. They love the easiest path possible. So if you come in here with a saw or whatever and cleared that out, they'd like it. On the other hand, it's also possible to funnel the deer the way you want by building fences and making them take a slightly different angle. Especially if you're trying to get deer to move right by in a good spot for a good position for one of your trail cams. I've done it lots. You just build a little fence. Build a fence in the spot you don't want the deer going. There's some moose shit. Get them to go right by your camera. Okay, here's something cool. That's a rat pit, a stink pot. That was pawed out by a moose. Pretty much guaranteed, last October. They paw a hole in the ground like that, urinate in it, roll all over in it, and get themselves just smelling nice for the ladies. Yep. That's what that is. So, well, okay, my trail. Now I've got a trail coming down from here. Looks like a major trail going that way. And the trail that I have been following is, it seems like he might be kind of going there, but I think I'm going to turn. I'm going to follow this guy for a little bit. Yeah, somewhere, like anywhere right in here where these trails are coming together, be a beautiful spot for the climb and tree stand. Or a ground blind if that's your thing. Trail splits here. One going there, one going there. Now look at this. Now boom, there's a major trail right here. And the reason is, this is an old cut line. So the bush is kind of open here. Deer always like to take that nice easy route. So my choice, I'm gonna go this way. This is a great trail right here. Camera off. Just came on a big whitetail. Went out through there. You just come right across off that little knoll. Probably a buck. Just look at the size of it, but this is a single deer. Not likely that we're going to get a look at him. He wasn't going to stop. But, you know, the deer is kind of, when they spook, they got to watch their back trail, so they'll take off. But they don't go far and then they stop, because what they do is they stop to listen and look and scent, trying to determine if there's something coming behind them. So they'll just run a short distance and stop. But we're not going to see that guy. Yeah, in fact now I feel the wind freshening on the back of my neck. When I first came in here I had the wind in my face, but that was when I was out on the cut line. Get down here in the bush and all of a sudden it's on my back. See this trail, just like a highway, clear as can be in this dry grass. So everywhere you look on it, there's deer shit. Yeah, one of the things I'm trying to figure out here is there's a lot of trails. Right? I want to find a point where the trails funnel. I know that up ahead there's a big ravine. There's a beaver pond at the head of that ravine. I know that in places that ravine's fairly steep, and there should be points there where some of the trails get concentrated, and hopefully, you know, I find a place where a bunch of trails all converge together to go across through that ravine. But this, like where we are, everywhere I look, there's trails intersecting with this main trail here. So, I can imagine in November this would be a heck of a good spot anywhere in here. Climb up one of these big poplars. See, something I could see doing too, eh? Like, look at that nice spruce there. They can come in here and limb that spruce up 20 feet up, right? Then you'd be able to use the climber, climb up that spruce, and you could actually have a canopy of limbs right above your head. Decision here, trail there, go this way. So right there, major deer runway. I'm gonna follow this guy. So I've just intersected another old overgrown cut line going out there and swinging down there. It's quite overgrown, but look at the deer trail on it, because it is such a, I mean, while it may be overgrown, it's still a deer highway. This, so I follow this now. Super trail right here. So there's one going that way and one this way. I really like the look of this. One thing I have not really seen on Australia, this is just basically a travel trail, a highway through the bush. I haven't seen rubs on here. Haven't seen rubs. Of course, no shed antlers. Didn't expect to. This looks more like an area where some deer might bed. Some big spruce in here. Limbs come right down to the ground. Big popper through there. That's a friggin' lad. Wow, that thing is. That's 3 feet. That's 3 feet across the butt for sure. It's not BC, folks. Our trees here only get so big because it's colder here. That's why. Colder and drier. Trees are closing up a bit. Not quite so open right here. Let me shut the camera off again for a bit. Just busted another deer. He was right ahead of me. He went that way. I don't think we're going to see this one either. I only just shut the camera off when he jumped. He might have been bedded right here on this hill. The way he moved out. Seems like I'm coming to an opening, like I could be coming to where that pond is. Yeah, that deer moved off down through there. Well, I'll kill the camera again here. Did it again, as soon as I shut the camera off. White-tailed doe and 2 fawns, which is nice to see. Nice big healthy fawns. That they're gone too. So my pack that I take when I do trail camps, one thing I carry a little bottle of oil. I'm going to squirt down in that lock and all my locks. I got a drill. I carry a socket so I can quickly, if I want to swap a camera I can. If I run into a camera and I'm not sure, like if it's been out there a long time, I'll actually check the battery See how much storage left on the batteries. And of course, huge pack of batteries. So I just got to my first camera here. My locks are color coded. Showed that before. So I can pull this thing off and see if the batteries are good. And just swap the memory card. If the battery's no good, I'll put in a new set of batteries. I said if the batteries are no good, I'll put in a new set of batteries. Jeez. It's hot day. Sweating. It's going real good here. I got 4 cameras done. 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I got 3 left to do. So far I've seen 9 deer. Seen 2 different, oh wait a sec, no. I've seen a dozen. I've seen 3 different sets of does and fawns. And then a couple bucks. I'm sure there were bucks, and then 2 singles that I believe were probably bucks also. But heading on down the trail. Oh, that's good. Just did my last trail camera. Get the memory card swapped in my last camera. So now I'm exploring. I'm going to cut back up through the bush and take a different trail this time. I should say I'm going to take a series of trails because I'm just going to follow the trail, and the trail's branch and I see something that looks like I want to see it, I'm going to go there. What I really want to do, I want to end up going across this ravine that's up through this bush. Yeah, so right now I'm not actually on a defined trail, but I know that I'm going to cut one, and yes, I just did. Here we go. This part of the bush, because I have come through here, came through here in February, but I was a little bit further to the east, over where the big beaver pond is. But this trail here that I'm on, this looks like a friggin' highway. This is just what I want. I know that I'm, at the very least, I'm going to travel to the west edge of that, where that big ravine runs. This trail that I'm on actually looks like the one that on that angle, overgrown angled cut line that I cut earlier. It almost feels like I could be on that. Top of that spruce. Looks like this big poplar landed on here some years ago and busted the top off this spruce. Here's a nice thing. Got a beautiful trail going this way, and we've got a across here. A trail going that way, another one here. And these trails crisscross. Well, because I want to see this ravine, oh yeah, I was right. There, I've just come out to that angled cut line. I thought so. So I know that that's actually the way I come down through the bush, so definitely taking this trail is the way to go. You'll see different trails. And I gotta see this ravine. I gotta figure out a good crossing point at it. Not sure what time it is, but time doesn't matter, right? Not when you're having fun. I know for sure I got hours of daylight. Oh yeah, here we are. I can see the edge of the beaver pond down there through the trees. Cool. So, that's exactly where I want to be. Scouting for deer, April 13. And I could, right here, one thing I noticed when I was in here in February, this area on the south side of this big beaver pond, there's trails just crisscrossing through here everywhere. No doubt because they're traveling around that big steep-sided pond, right? Probably moose droppings. That's the polite term for moose shit. Right now I'm basically coming right into the area where I went around this pond in February. And when I went through here in February, I crossed the pond on the ice, and then I angled up through the north side of the ravine, and actually out of the bush, following deer trails. So I'd rather today, I'm going to see if I can't just stay in the bush, maybe follow this ravine for a bit, see what kind of trails and stuff are on it. It's just a beautiful day. I think I've mentioned that about 4 times, but it is. Probably 15 degrees, sunny, no wind. That's always nice. So, other than the sound of crunching all these leaves and stuff, and hitting sticks like that, a little quieter today. Okay, so down through there you can see the trees laying on the angle. That's the edge of the beaver pond. Actually, right about there is just about exactly where I crossed it back in February. Look down through there, you can see the ice still on the pond. You can see all kinds of trees these crazy beavers have cut. Not the ones right in front of me, but down over in there's just a tangle of them. There's a couple trees the beavers have knocked down, and some there's two there side by each, cut off, and right beside them there's another one the guy's working on. Well, this is a great trail I'm on. This might be the exact spot that I want. One thing in here, man, look at all these poplars. They all have these lichens growing on these kind of mushroom things. Be pretty hard to climb one of them. They'd get in the way of your cables sliding up and down your tree. Seems like every damn tree right in this area has that. There's black poplar in here, which I'm not a fan of, but at least there's a couple of them that would look like they would be a good tree to climb. They don't have all those friggin' fungus things growing on. Yeah, I don't know if anybody watching this, maybe you looked at my video. Ooh, Raven just flew over me. I made a video on my Goliath, my Summit Goliath tree stand. I told a story about how I got hung up in a tree and had to jump out of the damn tree. That's because my cable on the bottom part of the stand, it got stuck on me, it wouldn't drop down. Me being stupid, I kicked the stand out from under myself. So I didn't have much of a choice. I let go, I got down as low as I could. Dropped down out of that crazy off the top section of the stand. So here we are coming to the little creek that is flowing down. That's our, so that just meanders on up through the bush there, you know, going off that way. You see there's lots of animals crossing here. The ice will be plenty thick. I just gotta make sure you don't slip. Right there. great big old black poplar that died. Yeah, this is a great spot right here for a stand. There's a tree there that would work. That's a nice little poplar. He's big enough, but it doesn't have all the warts on it. A clean trunk, pretty straight. There's another one right there. Mind you, that one looks got a bit of a lean to it. Ooh, this is a nice spot. I can, like, because here, this is the thing, right? You see back there, you can see all the trees down, and that's where the pond is steep-sided. So all the deer that are coming along this side, they squeeze around the pond right here, guaranteed. This trail here looks like it. Look at the rut. Look at how deep it is in the dirt. Oh man, oh man. That's lovely. Yeah, it's worn right down into the mud. And like I said, one of my objectives here today was to identify this opportunity. And in a perfect world, I'll see a tree that just shouts out, climb and stand. Climb and stand. There's one over there, not too bad. One up, ooh. There's a dandy right over in there. Look, you can't see him. There's two bigger trees. That one that's back behind them. Nice straight trunk, clean trunk again. Look at this. Leg bone. By the size of that, that's from an elk. That's way too big for a deer, I think. Huh. Well, we'll just take that with us. Can't have the damn old bones cluttering up the bush, can we? I'm going to put that bone in my pack. And maybe one of the boys will know just what kind of an animal that bone's off. The last real man will know. I'm sure of that. Actually, I'm going out to his place on Thursday. Gotta do some repairs on my trailer. Where my jack is on the trailer, the plate is too light the way it was built. So got a heavy load on there, and its plate is distorting and making the jack lean way the hell over. So I got to weld a piece of heavy plate on it. Oh, this is a beautiful trail here. Holy. Well, how about that? Look at these little willows here. Every one of the top has been freshly nibbled by a moose. That's nice. Didn't see any moose today. I saw lots of moose sign. So I stink pit, or rut pit, stink pot, whatever you want to call them. I usually call them stink pots. It was left over from probably last year. Lots of moose shit. Saw a dozen deer. Oh, up ahead of us. Got a grouse. He just did his little, he's just right in there. He's kind of under that spruce. Right in there. There he goes. Well, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to shut the camera off. As soon as I do, I'm going to see a friggin' deer. See, that's what's happened today. Every time I shut the camera off, I busted another deer or two or three. Well, that poplar just fell. That wasn't, I don't think that was down in February. That makes for a nice, easy crossing area for the deer. Actually, when I was driving out the side road today, 2 does, 2 fawns went across the side road. Barbed wire fencing either side. Pretty high fence. Damn near 5 feet high. So, one of the fawns cleared it. Both adults cleared it easily. The second fawn, when it jumped that barbed wire, it tagged the wire. Made it over, but he's probably going to have some dings on him from it. I'm going to shut this off. Nothing much going on here. Got a couple deer ahead of me. Walking away from me, just entering the bush. That's 14 now today. So the deer that you saw, there was one right in front of it. It went into the trees right before I could get the camera deployed. This is actually the very spot that I saw the first 2 deer when I come down through the bush, or down this cut line. There's deer tracks in the ice. A couple of juncos in front of me. Okay, finished the deer scout trip. Back to the truck here. Yeah, all I did was verify what I kind of already know, but expanded my knowledge of the trails in the bush a little bit. I know a couple of real cracking good spots firsthand. Saw 14 deer, no moose, no elk, no bears, no coyotes, no wolves, no Sasquatch. Still hoping to see one of those. And the exciting part of all this now I get to go home and I got trail camera memory cards to put in the computer and just see what the heck can buy them in the last 2 months. And every one of my cameras still had good batteries. Put a light drop oil on the locks on every camera. I actually moved one camera slightly. Didn't quite like where it was, the tree it was on. I think I put it in a better spot on the trail. And now it's April 13th, so I'm going to be doing once a month, right up until hunting season. So, because I mean, these cameras have been on a tree for 2 months already, so the next trip, and I didn't bother because every camera showed good battery still, but by next trip I'm probably going to have to start measuring, possibly replacing batteries. So that'll be the middle of May somewhere. Alright, I gotta go. Wife's calling me. Supper's gonna be ready shortly. Over and out.